Hello and welcome to episode 25 of DIY Cinema Cult. It's Mark here. If you listen to the last episode, you know what's going on. This is a two-part Christmassy and New Year episode. Again, I'd just like to apologise for the sound quality on some of this recording. As we got more drunken, the levels on the recorder kept getting knocked. The recorder was just stuffed into my bag. It all got a bit shambolic, so I do apologise for that. We hope you will bear with us. But here we go, let's not muck about. Here's part 2 of the Perineum Black Box Recorder.
Come, follow us
on our journey to get a low-budget
DIY
feature film from script
to screen and beyond.
Nobody knows who we are.
Look at yourselves, sir. Realistically, nobody's going to give you that money. Nobody. You don't know who the fuck you are. It's a complete risk. You are unknown.
This is our first feature film, something we're going to do together. You're going to get it warts and all.
For now, you're just some pair of idiots like everyone else.
It's all about making something out of nothing.
I kind of think we could.
Never wait for permission, just start.
This is DIY Cinema Cult.
I was thinking a little bit about our last Frosty Perineum the other day, and we were talking about what we hoped where we'd be in a year's time, and I was wondering if we had done it or not. And we were talking about whether we would be working on the edit of our first film or something to that effect. Can you remember?
Yeah, I believe it was. We thought we'd maybe have a film in the can, and then we were going to be ready to start editing.
Yeah, and it may not be quite the way we thought back then, but it sort of has come to be that in other ways. So obviously
what's your highlight?
Well, yeah, I mean, my highlight of the year is probably fairly straightforward in that I launched the Kickstarter this year after 3 years of sat on my film.
It kind of exploded in a mad way.
And yeah, we smashed the target in 5 days. And so I suppose the highlight was just realising, it was also panic-inducing, but realising that it was going to happen. It was going to really happen after so long of basically of it sat on the shelf and not being able to prioritise it in any way. Suddenly I could prioritise it. Suddenly it felt like it was a real thing. It was going to actually come to life. And the community behind it, their enthusiasm, bar 2 people who got in touch and were a bit, let's just say, negative.
Okay.
The other 120,000 people who looked at the trailer, and the other however many who contributed to the Kickstarter, have been so universally positive. And for that then to feed into something that we then took to Barcelona and managed to screen 45 minutes to an audience. So it's, for me, the highlight has been that happened, and that it has gone, again, as we've always said, an idea in your brain that seems to be endlessly in some sort of creative purgatory has come to life, and your contribution has been hugely important. Lots of people have said to me, I've seen loads of films, of Ray films and stuff in the past, but what it doesn't have is all this amazing animation and this kind of visual language. And in so many ways, I think that although maybe it's not the film that we thought we would hope that we would potentially be doing, we've got a film as a team, and we're in the final stages of it. We've got about 3, 4, 5 months more of editing, and it's by the end of this year, it'll be out in the world in one way or another, for sure. It will be, that's for sure. And I'm hoping we'll have filmed your film.
Oh man, yeah, that's been another kind of amazing little weird twist and turn that I wasn't quite expecting. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're all still set to shoot in some way in March.
And what are your feelings about how that?
I think that something's gonna get done, and it's not. You can't just suddenly expect to go, let's make a feature film with no budget in place. So this is going to be something that's going to be very stripped down. I have the second actor lined up, which I need to talk to you about. He is absolutely brilliant, and he's very, very up for doing something in which we just rehearse loads. We do it on a low budget. It's very low, kind of key. So in a way, I've kind of have two brilliant actors who are kind of up for the for the adventure.
Wow, I didn't know anything about this.
I will tell you all about him. He's great. And then so now I think it's going to be, I'm not going to, at first, a couple of weeks ago I was thinking, right, do I just go and lose the deposit and say I'm not going to go to the location, bin the location? And I kind of thought, no, and it broke my heart, that idea, because I'd kind of got the location, put the money down in that kind of hope that I was going to, in doing that, I was going to force myself into making this film.
Yeah.
And at the time, it wasn't a feature film; it was a episodic online thing. Then it became a feature film, and then you're kind of, when it becomes a feature film, your kind of ideas of what that means build up, and you think, oh, well, it should be this, and it should be that, and then, we need to do this, and we need to do that, and I just can't do it. But there is a way we can maybe turn a feature film in that is made in a very, very stripped down skeleton crew way. We are going to film in the lakes in March. It's going to be 2 or 3 people and some actors. It's going to be very, very small. It's going to be. But what I'm most excited about is the actors that we've got involved.
Oh, amazing!
And they want to rehearse, and we're going to start rehearsing in January. We're going to rehearse in January through February into March. And we're going to develop a new script, and we're going to not develop a new script, but I'm going to make a rewrite based on our rehearsals. And we're not going to say their names yet, because things could happen and they could drop out or fall away, or things blah blah blah. I just feel like there's been loads of twists and turns on this already. I don't want to bang my peg in the ground just yet.
Well, it is one of those. Well, in some ways, this podcast has always been a document of our processes, and I think that's a good thing.
Exactly. So I don't even really know what it is going to be yet. I just feel we're going to go, here's what it is. We're going to go to a place, and we're going to do a thing, and it's going to be a thing. That's what I'm going to say.
It's so beautiful.
Shall we walk? We might need to walk and drink and carry on.
Yeah, let's do that. It's getting quite dark now.
It is. Well, I
feel like if we stay around here, we're going to get kind of moved on by the kind of park police.
Well, they kind of don't seem to worry so much about, young people.
Do you want to do a cracker before we...
we should do one more cracker.
Sounds like we're doing a drug thing in the park.
Yeah.
Right?
You'll do some crackers, mate. Oh, look, I always lose. And the thing never cracks.
That's the banger. Pull that.
It's going to hurt my finger.
Oh! Hey, there we go. Right, I win this time, so I get the question.
This time? You've just got the technique. When you hand me the cracker, you've already got a piece of wood behind it. You're not even going to bother with the. I'm not going to bother with it.
That last joke was so bad. I'm not going to.
You can't even read them anyway.
Right, should we get a little drinky together? Do you want a Baileys?
Baileys, oh my god, that's a pudding. I've still got that.
Okay, all right then. Okay, we'll do that. What is the greatest DIY lesson you've learned this year? Oh. Okay.
Greatest DIY lesson. Okay, is that a question for me? So, I think the greatest DIY lesson. They haven't changed massively. I think there is. Do you want another GT?
Yeah.
So where were we? So greatest DIY lesson. So I still think most of the original ideas apply. I think Just Start is probably one of the most powerful lessons of all of them.
Yeah.
And it's proved to be truthful. I think one of the key things I've learned is collaboration.
Yeah.
Collaboration is totally king, queen, however you want to describe it. You may be doing things on your own, which is what it feels like a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But you've got to get a crew, you know.
Yeah.
You've got to get a posse. You've got to get a bunch of like-minded people, and that might not mean that they're with you every step of the way. But if you contribute to what they do, they'll contribute to what you do. And in some ways what you're doing is your project is always better for all those people's involvement.
Yeah.
And hopefully then you contribute towards their projects, and their projects are better as a result. So in some ways it's that kind of collaboration and community of filmmakers that gets us around the resource problem of making films and the challenges that are involved in that. As in, you know, help where you can. If you can help other people make their project a reality, then it'll come back to you. There is a sort of a law. There's a built-in appreciation of that kind of mutual support, community, that sort of stuff. Yeah. And it's not proved me wrong yet, as it's been pretty much the only reason why I've got my project together is the fact that people have helped. So it's a consequence of that I think will help other people, you know. So the DIY filmmaker has to work in a kind of a community minded way, whereas the traditional filmmaking world, commission, star, director, producer, dog's bodies underneath, it's a pyramid, you know. The way the DIY world works, it's a network. And it's a network that can help each other, and mutual support makes everybody's projects better, even if it's not your immediate thing, you know. So that's been the lesson for me, is in the DIY world needs collaboration, community, and that it works. What about you? Holy fuck, I made that a really strong one. I'm doing this in the dark.
I think maybe it was maybe my biggest lesson came right at the end of the year, and I think it was maybe it was the kind of whole kind of old man. What's that tonic? Oh, we've had a spillage, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, it was a kerplunk of spillages.
Oh dear.
Mark knocked over one drink, and then in trying to gather that drink off the floor, he knocked another drink.
Did I knock that one as well?
One, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Oh,
right,
dear.
okay.
This bar in the dark is getting a little bit complicated.
I might have to make I might have to have a Baileys to make up for
Just to make it.
Right, I'm having a Baileys.
I think I made a really strong one there. I tell you what, I'm going to give you a bit of that. That is really strong.
It's all gone to shit, ladies and gentlemen. It's all gone wrong.
Oh dear. You know, we talked about the magical tramps last year. We are the magical tramps.
There's nothing magical about these tramps tonight.
What's the opposite of a magical tramp? The opposite is the sort of deeply flawed,
deeply
real
sad
tramp.
Deeply sad tramps
real.
in the bar.
Yeah.
It's cracker time.
Oh, God.
Have you answered the question?
You haven't answered the question.
For an hindsight, one of the things I did love about what he was saying on the masterclass was that he stoically positions himself so completely outside of the industry.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think when you're a filmmaker trying to break in or do something or make a film, you position yourself as someone who's kind of outside trying to break in to something, and you feel like there's going to be some golden day where you do something and someone says, I like what you've done, look what you've done, that's very special, you need to come and hang out with us in this golden little room with it's all free cocktails and this magical place where we all kind of share opportunities, and you get a leg up.
Joining the Masons,
and of course that doesn't exist, and and Werner Herzog positions himself quite happily outside of the industry and stoically so, and of course a time came when he did make a bonkers kind of the Bad Lieutenant remake with the maddest actor in Hollywood,
which is great.
And he talks about that in his masterclass, how he found it so weird going to Hollywood meetings where there was like 9 lawyers in the room, and it was just all completely against his way of working. But I was like, you kind of do have to, me and you as filmmakers, we're not on the inner periphery of this kind of industry, so we have to just position ourselves on the outside and be like, right, this is our little turf, and this is our little ring, and we're going to make our films within this thing, and something might happen, but we can't aim for that. We shouldn't be trying to break into something necessarily. We should be make our own thing. Should be putting all our efforts into making our thing as truthful and as honest and as real as we possibly can. And I think I was getting stressed out about thinking, it has to be, if it's going to be a feature film, it has to be this. And how can I get actors involved if they, they're going to, they're not going to like it that I say it's this. I'm trying to sell it to them, and then kind of go, actually, we don't actually have any money, and blah blah blah. So you feel like you're a bit of the kind of snake oil salesman, but you just have to go, right, this is what I'm doing, and if you want to be on board, let's do it, because this is all I've got, and you have to be like, this is the film we're going to make. And so maybe that was my biggest lesson, was just having your own set of rules and your own turf and sticking to it, and not really wishing you were somewhere else.
DIY Cinema Cult.
Well, it comes back to that idea of work with what you've got in a way, doesn't it? And with all kind of the best will intention, we know other filmmakers that we've worked with over the years that seem to be striving to make a Hollywood movie, but they're doing it on a very small budget. And that's always going to fail, because the fact is that every single penny of a Hollywood movie has been spent to make it look like a Hollywood movie. So there's no point trying to do that. Whereas what you can do is use what you have and then make a virtue of that as much as you possibly can. You may pine for other things, but that shouldn't stop you doing what you can do. So do what you can do. There's a famous phrase that's in martial art, actually, which is called jump over the tall grass. And the idea is, to get anywhere, there's no point trying to jump over the mountain. First of all, you just got to get over the grass. And once you've done that, you can jump over the hedge. And then you can maybe jump over that tree, and then maybe eventually you jump over the mountain. But you've got to jump over the grass first, because if you can't jump over the grass, then you can't get anywhere. So jump over the grass and then see where you are once you get to the other side, So in a way, that's the thing. I always admire filmmakers who are just busy, who keep working and who get things done anyway, even when their resources are very low, and they don't try to pretend that they're anything that they're not, but they make something amazing anyway.
You are listening to the debut feature film podcast. This is DIY Cinema Cult.
It's funny because I was having this had this reoccurring dream after, for the last couple of months since I've been trying to do Old Man. I had this mad, weird, really weird reoccurring dream. And I know other people's dreams are fucking boring and we shouldn't really talk about them, but I know we've talked about...
This whole podcast is our dreams.
But I know we've talked about... So I'm rattling away because I'm trying to get a Baileys out. I've got do you want a Baileys chocolate?
Oh,
yeah? Then. Go on, look, there you go. It was a little gift pack that came with chocolates. So I've had this weird recurring dream where I'm back at my old university. And I'm kind of walking around and I'm like, oh my God, I remember this place. And sometimes it's different. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just dilapidated. Sometimes it's redeveloped and I'm walking around. Then it's also, I'm in the Brit School, which is like my college. But I've had recurring dreams before, but this one, I've had like maybe in the last 2 or 3 months, like 9 dreams, all the same thing.
Wow.
And they all kind of develop as well. So then I was like, so much so, I was having the dream so much, I was like, what am I? And I felt like I was looking for something in the dream and searching. And I was kind of going, what the fuck am I trying to find in these dreams? Like, am I just revisiting? And it felt like it wasn't me going back in time. It was like me going back to the school and all my mates had gone and it was just me there. And I was like, why the fuck am I having this dream? And then the next night after I thought that, I had a dream where I was in my old halls of residence and I was looking through my diary, the exact diary I had from the time. And I was looking through the pages looking for something. And I woke up going, that's fucking weird. And then I remembered that the diary was, I loved the diary because it was like every second, it was like a week a page. And then every other page was like an illustration of a film director. And it could have been like a storyboard or like a cartoon that they'd drawn or like they were blocking out, camera moves or lighting designs and stuff. And I was like, that's so weird. And I was like, what is it? And I remember in the diary, I had drawn out frames of my own films that never got made, but like things I kind of wanted to do. And I was like, what the fuck is it? And obviously the dream was about going back to maybe an idea that I had at the start.
Ideas, yeah.
And I thought maybe what it is because, gearing up for Old Man, I was kind of insecure about doing it and not sure how I was going to do it. And I thought maybe I should just go back to the original. When you're younger, you're full of confidence and that kind of spark that you have at the start. And I was like, and then I remembered, so then I remembered that when I studied film at the Brit School, one of the first things we got taught was the French New Wave, and we got taught about Jean-Luc Godard making the Bout de Souffle. And there was a brilliant quote in that. I almost remember that's the first thing that kind of sparked me about film. And he said something brilliant, like, it doesn't matter how something is filmed. What matters is that it is filmed, or sort of something like that. And I searched for it online and I couldn't find it. And I thought maybe I'd made it up in my mind. Yeah. And then the other day I found the quote. And it was in a letter that he wrote back to a friend of his while he was making a Bout de Souffle. And the quote was actually, it doesn't matter how something is filmed, it's that it is filmed and it's in focus, which I love. I love the little rounding off there because he was like, I'm not completely punk, it's got to be in focus. But what he was saying was that and then I read a bit more about him making a Bout de Souffle, and he just kind of went off the rails in terms of conventions of filmmaking. Yeah. But he had this kind of mad freedom, and
it was the first time you could have a handheld camera.
You did the handheld, yeah.
You could shoot anywhere, and they really took advantage of that because they were just running. The whole film is almost like them going hell for leather from one place to another, or being chased, or jumping in a car, and they were
just filming on streets and in cafes with no permits. They weren't asked. Yeah. They were just going to the places they kind of used to hang out. And and reading that Gene Seberg and Jean-Paul Belmondo thought they were just in some kind of real proper amateur film that they couldn't wait to get out of.
Yeah.
And it was quite inspiring to read about his experience and about what he was doing at that time, because it was so kind of off the hook, really.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Christmas spirit.
Christmas. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I ate and drank like a medieval royal this Christmas. I
Did
felt
you?
really ill. Yeah, really badly ill. It really made me think that my diet these days and drinking intake must be much lower than it used to be, because I can't quite. I have these lovely dreams of I want all the cheese and all the kind of different meat and gravy and potatoes.
Yeah.
And I want to eat chocolates every night and drink port. And
Yeah.
I kind of can't do it.
No, sadly I can't either. I had a fairly good stab at it. I think it was a sort of...
I'll give it a good go.
Give it a good go. I don't eat meat anymore, which does make a little difference. Yeah. We're going to do a stroll.
We were going to do one.
But yeah, I'm fairly... I need a day or two off after the boozing these days, and I think Christmas doesn't give you that, does it? So there's often a sort of like a thing, and then there's a thing, and then you do another thing, and then there's a bit of me that's like, I need kind of like 2 or 3 days off. I can't do it for very long. I sort of almost relish. Which way should we head?
Should we go that way and up around again?
Up and round, yeah. Go on.
Should we go like a final kind of lofty view?
Loopy loop. Yeah, let's go back to the view, shall we?
Yeah. Maybe all the darts.
I think that sounds like they've all gone.
The darts gentlemen will be gone now.
I gotta say the Baileys is quite nice.
Oh, it's nice, isn't it? Well, we've got one more little one in case we can share if you want.
Yeah.
There's a box of 3.
Yeah, it's rather nice.
Should we do a crack? We can't read a cracker, can we?
A walking cracker. I'm kind of convinced at any moment I'm just going to step into a puddle and go into another world. And come out in kind of
like
Australia.
a magical Christmas film.
Yeah.
I haven't really watched many magical Christmas films this year. I feel like there's. I said to Kate the other night when I was around at yours, the scheduling has been a bit weird this year on TV, or maybe it's just because I don't have much time to sit down and watch Christmas films.
No,
with Jude at the moment.
Well, he's not quite at the age yet where you can kind of go, let's watch this will be great, and he'll go, yeah or no.
And it's meant I haven't had my Boxing Day cry, so I feel a bit,
deprived,
emotionally blocked.
You're going to have to sort of translate that to a New Year's Eve cry or something.
Yeah.
Have you planned anything for New Year's Eve? It feels a bit weird planning things for New Year's Eve, doesn't it?
Do you mean cry or
a cry or anything?
I can't see the path now. Can you?
No.
Okay.
Well, there's the path. We're back up to where we were. It's sort of that way. We have to sort of cross country and then hit the.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh shit!
This is all those people had come down from Yorkshire to watch the darts.
Well, did you hear that girl covered in mud?
We got a girl back Yorkshire and I'm covered in mud. Don't even let me on bus.
Oh fucking hell! She's gonna be so uncomfortable in about 2 hours time.
All the way down from Yorkshire to watch the darts.
Fucking hell!
And they got absolutely leathered, and then they didn't have a clue where they were going.
And then slid down a
hill.
I mean, super fun times, obviously.
And they were clearly having super fun times. Good for them. But now they've got to get
doesn't
home.
Ali Pali look lovely? Look.
Oh, look at this.
All lit up. I have been to some brilliant gigs in there, actually.
It
is a venue that you kind of, once you see someone in there, it does feel a bit extra special.
Yeah.
I saw...
who have you seen?
LCD Sound System in there, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Who else have I seen in there? Oh, look, there's a star. What's that? A star up there, look. We've got a little lone star.
Is it Sirius?
Is it? Are you serious? Oh, look over here, look, who's that there?
Is that Sirius?
You gotta be serious.
All I know is that Sirius is the dog star, and it's the one that's generally the brightest one you can see.
That's Sirius then, that's him.
Yeah.
Who's that little git?
Well, that's looking north, so it could be the North Star.
Yeah.
This is the stars are out, ladies and gents.
Yeah, there's another one over there.
Yeah. It's quite a clear old night, isn't it?
If you're listening to this in Arizona, you will laugh at the fact that we managed to pick out 3
Still
stars.
3 stars, guys.
But this is London, where
there's a layer
light
of
pollution is of a premium. And
one of the steps just bigger than the other.
look at that view, it's amazing.
It's
Wow.
amazing. I've just chucked the rest of my Baileys all over my own face.
Hey, hope you kept your mouth open.
Yeah, no, unfortunately. I might have imbibed it through my eyes.
I fear all we can hear now on the podcast is just wind.
Panting.
Yeah, panting and wind.
Yeah.
It's like polar bear porn or something.
Yeah. Look at these sort of taking in the view.
That stained glass window is quite lovely, isn't it?
Kind of impressive, isn't it?
Pally window.
Those Victorians knew how to impress.
Yeah. They knew a thing or two about windows. And Victorians.
And, you know, invading countries.
Yeah.
Calling them their own.
Yeah.
And
child labour.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
There's the view. Not a cloud in the sky. We can see Canary Wharf. We can see City of London. We can see Post Office Tower. Post Office Tower is showing how old I am. It's the BT Tower, of course.
Let's just have a look at that view. Look at that. Wow.
Amazing view. Well, listeners, I wish you could see this because it's pretty stunning. But this is the most basic form of virtual reality where you have to imagine it for yourself. But in your imagination, it's as good as what it is in real life.
There you go.
I promise you.
We are starting our own kind of masterclass style virtual reality podcast website, which you can subscribe to for £150 a month.
It's £150 a year. It's really worth it.
You are listening to DIY Cinema Cult.
Where do we go to do the last crackers?
Well, there's the little tunnel down here. Some blokes in sombreros. You're going to have fun editing all this. There's just
it's going to sound like some kind of black box recorder. It's going to be like Grizzly Man.
I really need a wee now as well.
Yeah, me too.
We're
going to end up just as bad as the darts.
Yeah, we are, yeah.
We were laughing at them before.
Yeah. There's a little wild weed potential up here.
Oh dear. I'm sorry, listeners.
Sorry, listeners.
We've brought. Oh, what's this? What's that?
Yeah, I've always been quite fascinated by this. There's a spa in there. Look,
laboratory.
People coming out. If we cut down here, this takes us to the little tunnel.
Oh, okay, yeah. Here, I'll pull this cracker.
We're pulling the cracker here.
Yeah.
Well then, I'm not going to be able to read it anyway. I don't know what you're thinking. I was determined to win.
Hang on. Hang on.
Hey!
Thank God for that.
I'm never going to be able to read this.
Pardon me. Okay, ready?
Here we go.
Where are you leading us down to? This
is my secret place. Oh, you got a light. There we go. Ah! So what are your predictions for 2022?
Okay, right. Because we got our predictions kind of not right and a bit.
It wasn't a prediction, it was a hope, wasn't it, really?
It was a hope, yeah, I suppose, yeah.
It was our wishes. So predictions is another thing entirely.
Yeah.
There's a sort of sense of like, well, what is it that you think's going to happen?
Yeah.
But then what is it that you want to make happen?
Yeah.
Two different things. But yeah, what do you think's going to happen?
Well, what I think's going to happen is you're going to finish your doc.
Okay, yeah, I'm up for that.
in some shape or form. Obviously, finish it for, obviously finishing it for some kind of release is going to be it's going to be a heavier shift, isn't it, in terms of what you need to do. But I think your film's going to be finished. I think you're going to finish it this year.
Yep.
I think we're going to have Old Man done in some kind of shape or form.
Yeah.
It'll be filmed definitely. Whether it's going to be completely finished editing, I don't know about that. We'll just see. It'll be kind of there. I kind of feel quite good about the way DIY Cinema Cult's gone, and that, it's kind of, we're getting stuff done, really, I suppose.
There's definitely I'm definitely feeling that next year, I'm hoping, is the end of the real worst of the pandemic.
Yes.
I'm
kind of... Are you hopeful for that though? Because I feel like after this year, oh God, it's going to just
it's interesting, isn't it? Because again, when we were talking about it last year,
which way should we head?
Well, that's back to ours, and there's a pub down there.
I can help. I can go to that. We've still got another cracker to pull, so we might as well.
Last year we were talking about how we thought that the pandemic was on its way out.
Yeah.
And we were sadly very wrong.
I think you were saying stuff like, I hope that maybe film production will get back up and going again.
And I think what we've discovered is that film production will kind of keep going whatever.
Yeah.
It'll find its way. So, for example, even though in theory there was 135,000 cases registered today.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah.
It's the highest there's ever been. But there's about 6,000, 7,000 people being hospitalised as a result. So this is just the reality. There's this new disease floating around. It's going to be in our life for a long time. Chances are we won't get very ill as a result of it.
Yeah.
Because we'll have our regular top-ups of our whatever, our jabs. We'll go, I got COVID again. You're right, yeah, sorry, I got COVID, I can't come out for a couple of days. Oh, sorry, mate.
I've got man COVID.
Man COVID, yeah, I got man COVID. You feeling all right? Yeah, I'm all right, feeling a bit shit. This is the new reality. Some people will get ill as a result of it, in the same way that people get the flu and they don't recover and what have you. So this is just the fact of it.
Yeah.
But the reality is that we'll find the way through creatively, and my one hope for the year, it's not a prediction, my one hope for the year is we get a fucking new Prime Minister.
Yes, please.
Because this guy is a complete and utter fucking liability.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's not from the same party.
Yeah.
It's not a prediction. Unlikely in some ways, because they seem to have an uncanny knack of staying in power and giving the sense that they're all new now, and so everything's going to be better now. And for a couple of years, everyone thinks, it's all going to be better now. Yeah. And then the same shit occurs. But I'm hoping that we get rid of them. That would be brilliant,
that would be lovely.
In some way, because there's just been such a catalogue of shit as a result of them being
the most
in
diabolical catalogue, and it feels like it's at its most bizarre and spurious at the moment. Whereas in the past, of course, everyone hates the Tories because they've been horrible bastards. But it just feels like in the last couple of months, it's been like an amazing fireworks display of bollocks and bullshittery.
Let's have a party at Christmas when everybody else is literally wishing their dead parents well over a Zoom funeral.
Yeah.
That's fine. We've got cheese and wine at Downing Street.
And then the guy who was in charge of the inquiry had to pull out because he was at
they
a party in his office too.
It's just a shock.
Armando Iannucci couldn't write.
No. Satire is unfortunately unable to keep up.
God. Lovely houses on this road, by the way.
We're in the middle of the middle here. This is the middle class, and then this is the very soft middle centre of the middle class.
Well, it's very, look at that, that's like what I do like about very upper middle class people is they have Jeeps like they are some kind of Arctic explorer.
It's a Land Rover. They've got a Land Rover. But it does feel weird being this side of the hill.
Right, yeah.
This side of the hill is suburban in comparison. When you go back up to Muswell Hill, it's all right, as in it's nice. It's got, there's a bit more liberal hippie thing going on.
This feels very, very.
We're in the suburban sticks here, aren't we?
Yeah, but very affluent suburb.
Yep.
Very, very affluent.
Yeah. It's pretty weird.
It feels a bit. It's not to the extent of Home Alone, but it feels a bit like.
Home Queens.
Alone. Yeah.
It
does make me laugh. I did watch Home Alone when it was on over Christmas, and the house that the Home Alone thing is set in it's like a billionaire's castle,
right?
But it's obviously they just gone right a regular family leave.
But
it's obviously and you get that in a lot of Hollywood films. You don't get it so much these days. I think they've readdressed it, but in the 80s they certainly did. Yeah, look at that.
Just Rolls Royce.
Yeah. Just a Rolls Royce hanging out in the drive.
Rolls Royce, just a Rolls Royce.
Yeah. But they did do that. They did set their films with, okay, so it's just your regular kind of multi-millionaire family.
Yeah.
They go on holiday to Paris for a weekend over Christmas, and they leave one of their kids in the house.
Yeah.
And of course, you kind of, when you're a kid, you kind of just gloss over that. You go, oh, right, okay.
But that's just,
fine.
because everything was always about affluent people.
Yeah.
There was never a time when, in the 80s and 90s, well, maybe 70s, 80s, when things were about anybody else. Really, most.
Okay, do you want to hear my elevator pitch? Go.
Yeah.
Okay, billionaire white people. I love it. Keep going. Okay, they go to Paris for Christmas. I love it.
Yeah. But they weren't even billionaires back then because millionaires was enough.
Millionaires was enough, exactly. Yeah.
But now
it's just by today's standards. That's probably
that's so flimsy. That's just a guy who's got some Bitcoin in
that's
the Maid of Muswell. We're going to exactly. That's a YouTuber. We got a lot of hits. I'm a millionaire. Not really, but okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to the pub.
Shall we go to the pub? Yeah. We'll be able to record a little bit in there, do you reckon?
Well, why not? We'll just sit in the garden. I desperately need a wee. That's for sure.
I need a wee.
And I'll see if Kate wants to come and say hello. Usually mask to the door, isn't it? And then, shall I grab a chair? What do you want to do?
I can grab one. You can go to me first.
Yeah. All right. I might turn the mic off while I'm in the wee, having a wee. If you don't mind.
Hello, everyone. So Aaron's gone in for a wee. I'm busting as well. I'm desperate. Oh my god. I would just love a pint of some lovely pale ale or something. Whatever you're drinking, basically, So we are in the Maid of Muswell pub. It's a lovely little pub. We're coming to the end now of our episode of Aaron's just gone to the bar to get us a drink and go to the toilet and probably do a wee or maybe a poo. I don't know. We'll get him to he can fill us in on when he gets back. But we're gonna have a lovely, delicious pint, and then we're gonna pull our last cracker. So tune in, guys. There's more fun to come. Fun.
This is a little Easter egg for Mark. Sitting outside the Maid of Muswell. Feels a bit weird being in a pub. We're not in a pub, we're outside a pub. For some reason they haven't got the heaters on all of the outside spaces, which is sort of annoying because we're basically sitting on a wet bench. But basically this is the spot that me and my other half, Kate, spend a lot of our time looking at. And this little suburban corner of the world, I'm not sure I'll be here forever. I think I might need a little bit more creative, artistic, I don't know how to describe it, a bit more of a vibrant community. Feels a little bit like the end of the road here. Anyway, that's probably enough for now.
You are listening to Zuba called DIY Cinema Cult. Okay, let's go.
Bottle of beer. Okay, I'll get Kate a bottle of beer.
Okay. Kate's Mrs. Aaron's Mrs. Kate is coming over to join us at the pub. Oh, Aaron's got some lovely crisps.
Hiya. Let's get a pint of Peroni, please. Thank you. Cheers, mate.
Probably recorded you at the bar doing your order then, didn't I?
You got about 4 hours.
So verite.
You got about 4 hours to edit down to something somewhat listenable. I think this has been one of the most free-form of all of them.
Maybe when we're moving into a new space in this podcast,
yeah,
we're going to record our everyday
You just do
bullshit.
it. You just do it.
Right.
Fix it all in the post.
Last cracker.
Okay. So, this is our last backer. Yeah, finally it cracked, but you still won.
Okay, here we go. I'm going to, because it's the last one, I'm going to do the joke first.
Yep. Now you can actually see it because we're underneath the light.
See it. There's a party hat, we can put that on if you like.
Yep.
Okay, so I can read this one now, and it says, what do you get if you eat Christmas decorations? We can get this. Your girls must have got this one.
Because they read those books, they understand every single last one of those jokes. If you eat Christmas decorations, it'd be like, tinselitis.
Yes.
Yay!
Exactly, tinselitis.
Oh yeah, baby.
And the DIY question is, what do you want to leave behind in 2021? What do you want to leave behind? Another question that I haven't prepared an answer for.
You wrote them all down.
I've done the questions and didn't prepare
Didn't
any
even think about
witty things to say.
Leave behind in 2021. I think it's generally a productivity answer, which is, it's probably been the theme of my answers tonight, distraction.
Yeah.
I find myself getting endlessly distracted.
Yeah.
I think the problem of lockdown has been, yes, you've been in your own shed and I've been working, but I feel like there's been endless digital distractions. So what I want to leave behind most of all, and this is a genuine feeling, is all of that digital distraction so that I can focus and concentrate properly, because I feel like my concentration levels have gone down the tube, and it's got to improve. I mean, literally, for the ability for me to finish this project and future projects, I feel like I've got to be able to go, I've got an hour, I'm going to concentrate, nothing is going to get in my way, focus.
Yes.
It's not easy because the world is full of distractions, but it's the one thing that I notice is a hindrance in my life, genuinely. So distraction. And that includes in personal moments,
Yeah.
My daughter
Children,
today,
kids and stuff.
yeah,
It's important
my
with
daughter
kids,
today made a real point about the phone not being on, even though I knew texts were coming in that meant I needed to. I was like, I'm gonna just spend an hour talking to her, and that's enough.
Yeah.
It's not just digital; it's all kinds of distractions, and it's a mental clarity. But that is definitely something I want to leave behind. I want to feel like to move forwards, I'm able to just notice when the distraction arises and let it go and go back to what I was doing before. What about you?
I think maybe what I'd like to leave behind the most is, I don't think I'm going to leave it behind. I think it's going to come with me, but I think I would listen to it less more. It's that little voice in your head, that kind of negativity. That everyone's their own worst critic, aren't they? And I think people, especially if you're kind of trying to do creative endeavours, you must know this. You're trying to launch some kind of creative endeavour from scratch. You have this voice in your head that kind of takes on a very, very kind of impressive and powerful stance in your psyche, and it's just someone saying, "No, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to happen. You're not going to do this. You're not going to be able to do this." And I think what I'd like to do is just, of course, I go through phases where that voice is very, very dominant, and then I go through periods where I overpower it and I go, no, it's going to be fine. I feel good about things. And I think I'd like to be able to not listen to that voice as much, I guess, maybe.
I think that's a really good one. Combining those two could be a very productive year.
Yeah, I think
Get rid of distractions. Listen less to the negative voices in your own practice. Get shit done. Next year could be a totally different kind of year,
couldn't it?
One thing I was thinking about what you said earlier, to do with losing a sense of why you cared about something, or it goes back to Uncle or Auntie David Lynch. Is his description of the duck's eye. That it keeps that being and remembering the driver towards a creative idea, and the original reason you fell in love with that creative idea, and then using that both as a method of getting rid of distraction and also getting rid of self-doubt. That duck's eye, remembering, somehow being able to conjure up that sense of what the heart of a project or an idea is. And that most of us, when we do commercial projects, that disappears very quickly, because you think, oh, this would be a cool idea, wouldn't you? And then it gets watered down thoroughly by the process. Whereas when it's your own project, even if there are many challenges in terms of the resources to make that happen, as long as you still have that duck's eye, the central feeling that you had as to why this was worth doing, and that in some way you can conjure that back up instantaneously in your mind, the thing will still have that soul. And it's that soul, isn't it? It's the energy that drives, energy that makes anything, is that duck's eye of an idea, of a project, of a creative endeavour.
Oh, here's Kate.
Yay!
Hi, welcome to the show.
My lad's kissing it now.
Yeah, fun.
How's the toe?
Do you know how creepy you look? All the people in there.
I'm just talking into my penis, man. What's so creepy about it?
Huh? No, it's definitely
it's definitely on. We're doing it right now. we can switch off. Should we draw an end to this?
We could end it
with
hello, Kate.
Hello, Kate. The end. Roll credits. That's how we're going to do it.
And that is it for part 2 of Perineum Black Box Recorder. Thank you so much for listening to these last 2 rather shambolic episodes and bearing with us and what have you. Also, thank you so much for listening for the last 2 years, sincerely from Aaron and I. Thank you so much for being part of DIY Cinema Cult, and we really wish you all the very, very best for the new year. Bye bye.
Follow us on Twitter at DIY Cinema Cult, or on Instagram we are DIY_cinema_cult. Seek out the DIY Cinema Cult group on Facebook, or why not email us at DIYcinemacult@gmail.com.